So when we get to where my apartment is, how my apartment is, it's not right off the parking lot, but you can see my apartment from the parking lot. Um, there's a building right here in front of the parking lot, and then I'm the next building. I'm closer to like the walkout gate than I am the parking lot, but you can see my apartment diagonally from the parking lot. And when I get there, I see my sister in law. Um, she's walking out. She's crying. She's pulling her hair like this, both sides, and she's really upset. But I'm just trying to get in and figure out what's going on, how bad it is, what I can do to help Takara. And I run in the house, and my house is in shambles, you guys. It's blood on the wall, like bloody handprints, like on the wall and stuff. Okay, or like a smeared print on a wall. It's not like it's just a massacre, but it's stuff everywhere. Things have been thrown, like it was a fight. Um, Takara's daughter is sitting on a couch, and mind you, she's a couple weeks shy now of being 2 years old. So she is very smart. She is very talkative. She is all of that. She calls me Money because she can't call me Mary. And she says, Money, Money, come here. My mom needs a band aid. I just went right past her. Now, how my apartment is set up, on the outside, I have a wooden patio like fence. It's enclosed. Soon as you go in on the inside, immediately to your left is my living room. Immediately straight ahead is the dining room. Immediately to the left of the dining room is the kitchen. Right before you get to the dining room is a very short, small hallway to the right, and to the right of that is my room. To the left of that is the bathroom. It was not a big one bedroom apartment, you guys, at all. My apartment was also a very dark apartment because of where it was and how the patios were made. I had like extra shade, so my living room stayed dark. Um, my dining room, all of that stayed dark. The most place that I got light was my master bedroom, in my bedroom. I got natural light in there, and that would be the brightest place. But everywhere else in my house, dark. So I run in there. I don't see her anywhere. I go to that little hallway and I go to my room and I see my door has been kicked in. My bedroom door has been kicked in. It's in shambles. I look in the closet. I don't see her. I see like again bloody handprint and stuff like that. And I'm screaming, "Where is she? Where is she?" And my sister-in-law said, "She's right there. You ran right past her." And I turn around and come out of my room, and Takara is laying on the floor, partly in the bathroom, partly out in the hallway, face down in a pool of blood. I couldn't cry. All I could do was scream. And my supervisor came and picked me up and took me out of the house. My supervisor said that when when we fanned down D and he stopped in the street, he said that D said, "She's gone. She's dead." I didn't hear that. When I went in that leasing office, he told me she was dead. I really didn't hear it. Like I heard him, but I was like, oh, he just talking out the side of his neck, but I really didn't hear him. My supervisor told me when we pulled up and my sister in law was outside that when she was crying, she said, "She's gone, Mary." I didn't hear that. I ran past everything. So now we have to get the kids out. We got to figure this out. The cops come in. Um, I told them he was at the leasing office, and sure enough, he was no longer at the leasing office. He was sitting outside the leasing office in front of the pool. The cops were able to apprehend him right away, um, put him in the back of a police car while they waited on medical because, again, he has an injury. Um, until they can figure out what's going on. So, as we're talking to the cops, my sister in law and Dee say what they saw when they came home was they got back to the apartment, and this is a few minutes after 10 a.m. Mind you, I got the call at 10:01. I'll never forget that because, again, the circumstance. Um, when they got there, it was a few minutes after 10, and how they pulled up, they could see my apartment, right? Well, they saw Andre, but they didn't see him by my apartment. They saw him at the back of the apartment, um, the back side of it that's actually leading to the walkout gate. Like he was finna walk out that gate. Now, he didn't come down the sidewalk to go straight to that walkout gate. He went around the building to that walkout gate. And when my sister in law saw him, she jumped out the car and she started talking mess. What are you doing here? Mary said you can't be here. Like, kind of going in on him. She said, I'm going to call the police. Now, D notices something isn't right with him. He noticed he's bleeding and something's dripping. Like he notices something's not right. So when she says, I'm going to call the police, D kind of put his hand there to kind of back her up, like, don't walk closer to this man. Even though they were nowhere near each other to be walking like that. But it was just like, whoa, hold on. Don't go that way. And when she said, I'm going to call the police, he said, yeah, call the police. Because I killed her. She and her dead. D said when he heard that, he just thought of the kids. And he took off running towards the apartment. Him running towards the apartment means he's running towards Andre, but he's going to make a left before he can ever even get to Andre. Andre just thinks he's running towards him, and Andre runs out the walkout gate. And from the walkout gate, he goes to the leasing office. D goes in the house, and he sees Takara's daughter sitting on the couch, and he sees Takara on the ground, and he is looking for my baby. Now, they used to call my baby Scooter because she would scoot in her sleep when she was trying to wake up. It was almost like she was crawling, but she was only a couple months old. And she would make a noise when she would do it, like she's trying to get somewhere. So that's how he found her. She was in her bassinet, completely covered from head to toe with a blanket over her head and tucked in, and pillows thrown on top of her. Now, people try to tell me that was Takara being her guardian angel, and it very well could have been. But I also have the thought in my head that he told me my husband and my child was next. I think very much it was him. He expected her to be able to suffocate. I don't know that 100%. I have a very good feeling of that. But D got my baby out that bassinet, and the aftermath unfolded.